Welcome back to The Breakdown, a show about bodybuilding, fitness, and all things Generation Iron. I am your host, like it or not, Tiffany Urrea, IFBB Bikini Pro, and I'm here with Hall of Fame bodybuilder Sean Ray, and I am here with Calum Von Moger. Calum is quite the character, let's just say. He has 2.5 million followers on Instagram.
I'm jealous.
No. He has a really good following. They're very loyal fans. Let's see. So you are from Australia. You're an Aussie.
Yeah, Aussie.
From the land down under.
We'll let him stick to the
Yeah.
Australian accent.
And you just got done playing a young Arnold Schwarzenegger in the new movie Bigger, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
How was that?
Growing up, Arnold was one of the first bodybuilders I seen. So obviously, like a lot of young dudes, they check him out. They like his physique. I liked his shape and his style. So I looked up to him a lot in the early days when I started lifting. So it was pretty cool when they approached me and said, we want you to play young Arnold.
Had you met Arnold before they asked you to be in the movie?
Yeah, I didn't meet him leading up to filming or anything like that, but I'd met him in the past, yeah. But
Isn't there a picture of you two in Gold's?
Gold's Gym, yeah.
I think that's how I came across Calum, because everyone was like, oh, he's the young Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then literally there was like a picture of both of them together.
What kind of research do you do for a movie playing Arnold? Like, did you watch all of his films or something?
Yeah, so I had a voice styler coach to help me with the accents. It's kind of ironic because Arnold had to have accent removal classes to get into acting, while I had to get his accent to get into it. Yeah. I had voice acting classes for a month with my voice coach, and then I just watched a lot of Arnold interviews and I've watched his movies.
Would you work on it? Get to the chopper!
Yeah. I just kept reading it. Yeah, exactly. Put the cookie down.
Oh my God, okay.
No, Sean, stop it.
So you're doing the whole acting thing, you're finished with the movie, now what's next?
I've had a few opportunities. Yeah, I've done the movie Bigger. But before I did that, I was approached by Generation Iron, and they've got a management side on their team. So I sat down, talked with them, and I've signed on with GI Management, which is good. They've been a great help, in a lot of my handling all of my life. They've organised, just with scheduling this year, expos, appearances, opportunities. It makes a huge difference for me, and it's especially been good because. These guys, Generation Iron, they've got a bodybuilding fitness background, and also stepping into, entertainment, production, all that sort of thing. So it's kind of a good bridge between fitness bodybuilding and, potentially entertainment.
You got 2.5 million followers on social media. In terms of 2.5 million, is that something that you worked on, or did you just kind of get out there and people piled on and followed you?
It's work.
Is it?
It's work, absolutely.
I don't know. I kind of...
Well, he's developed, he made a community. He has a little community of followers and supporters.
Tell him how you...
They are called...
The koala chapstick.
Wait a minute. The koala chapstick, what?
Koala hybrid kangaroo.
Holy mackerel, that's a mouthful.
No, just the koala freaks.
Okay.
It's just a brand just kind of a name that came out. Some of the guys at the gym call me the koala freak because I'm from Australia. And
right.
Freak,
you got a whole country following you from Australia. It's small. Yeah. I mean, landmass is big, but the country's small.
But the population isn't huge. I think just coming to America and
it blew up when you got here, right?
It just expanded a lot faster. Attending shows, going to expos, meeting and greet. I did, make a lot of time, a lot of effort to go to so many expos as well as, sponsored. And I did all the expos and I'd meet all the fans and everything. And that I think helps because, when you meet people, you gain loyalty from them. You make time for them, they make time for you, they become following you. And then it's just it's just being active and kind of we do what we do because we love it, right? We're bodybuilders, we love bodybuilding. So that just comes naturally. And then, there's social media. Well, that wasn't, when you started, it wasn't there, right? It was nothing. You just had magazines and you watch, YouTube, whatever. So then social media come out and it's like, okay, get onto that. So I just had,
Did you start on YouTube or Instagram?
I was first featured on YouTube. A buddy of mine, he made a video. That's how it all started. He made a video and he put up on the internet.
What was the video of? What were you doing?
Mad design. It's just a little train. It's like a 6-minute video of just me
Workout?
training. I'd never met him before. I'd never been videoed before in the gym. He just asked, hey, can I video train and stuff? And then it just kind of built up off that, right? And then he goes, he said, when this goes on the internet, he sort of saw it before I did. I don't know what was going to go.
That's typically how it works. Someone else sees the potential.
And then when that got put out on YouTube, then I started getting hit up from like different people in the States, New York City, LA and stuff. And then I got they flew me out.
Well, who's they? Like you?
Companies?
A company, like different supplement, a few different brands.
Well, you wound up competing at some point. You came here. I believe you competed not far over there in Culver City, correct? That's kind of where things blew up.
Yeah. So I'd previously done. I'd competed with another federation.
Yeah.
I'd done really well. Yeah, I'd done well in that one. But yeah, for me to go to the next level would be jump over to the IFBB or try and get into the into the IFBB. All sorts of.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of marketing. Would you consider yourself one of those guys that's Insta famous?
No, it doesn't happen overnight. Like it just built up momentum. I think
So what's the motivation now? I mean, you made a movie, you competed, you've been traveling, you're popular, you got the social media. What's coming up? Wait, before you answer that, we did have a little setback. We had a little injury that it seems like you look upon
It looks like you're good now.
Yeah, it's coming good. No, it's still pretty shagged.
So
I just started rehab. Yeah, I tore my bicep with Chris last year. I don't know, just kind of just sort of popped out. So
let's talk about like when people get setbacks. I mean, they can get discouraged, especially as an athlete. Like there's certain things you can't do. So the things that you're not able to do now, are you filling that with things that you wanted to get to? Are you doing other things because you're in this rehab?
I'll tell you right now, the hardest thing is it's more mental than anything. Like I can't. When I heard the news, the doc said, you got a complete tear. It's going to take 6 months for a full recovery. You got to accept that. You got to swallow that pill. Like, all right, you know what? I fucked up. Now I've got to deal with it. But it's like, it's very slow. And for me, it was like more of a mental thing. It's like, what are you going to do because I'm a very active person. I'm impatient. I can't sit still. I like to move around. I like to do stuff. Not just bodybuilding. I like motorbike riding, jet ski, skating, swimming, surfing, and all that sort of crazy stuff.
I feel the same. Like if I can't work out, I'm besides myself. Like I wouldn't even know.
So what did you want to do? Did you have to cut back on all the recreational stuff?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, you know what? It might have been a little blessing in disguise because coming up summer, I went home and normally I've been up to mischief, ruin, rascal. But maybe who knows? It might have stopped me from killing myself on a motorbike.
Do you have ambitions to compete again then, or?
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to. I'm not sure when. With this setback, I've got to get healthy.
It'll be a while from now.
Yeah. It's gonna be a bit of a patient, long road. So, but I'd love to do a show again. It's just purely out of enjoyment. Like I just the only reason I stopped competing is if I'm not enjoying it anymore. But as long as if that fire is relit, if I've got that drive again, I'll get down and do it.
So, is it worth it monetarily to compete in bodybuilding?
I mean, you're talking to a retired bodybuilder who made
from a different era too.
Huh?
Also from a different era too.
Well, I mean, it had been from a different era, but I've been retired 17 years, and the only check I've ever gotten was as a result of my bodybuilding. So for me, if there were no Arnold Schwarzenegger, there'd be no Sean Ray, because I saw it being monetized. I saw that it was possible from guys that came before me. I didn't start off bodybuilding because I wanted to make money. Like most people, we start off doing what we love, and if you happen to become good at it and can make money from it, it's even better. I was very fortunate that people liked my work. That the judges favored me, and then that the promoters desired me, and then that the fans wanted pictures or posters or t-shirts. And then I started thinking, maybe I can make this into a business. And now we've evolved. Now you have people that you don't have to compete to make a living. I mean, it's a newer generation.
Some people see the success without having to step on stage and dehydrating.
But you don't see the money.
I won a Mr. Universe show.
You see more money.
No one knew really about it. I'd won a handful of state national title and then a Mr. Universe show, but I didn't have social media when I did that.
So then that's
no one really knew it. It's just like whoever was within the federation.
So then that didn't contribute to
didn't get any money from that either.
Well, I think what's different now is people get into fitness to make money, and we got into it to just develop our bodies. Money comes and goes. We lose sponsorships, we lose contracts, you lose competitions. I think when you do what you do and you love doing it, you find other areas to fill those gaps and make money. You could be a personal trainer. You can be an investor in a gym. You can start up your own supplement company.
There's always one door's always closing. There's always another opening.
It all comes back from being involved in our industry, though. So if it weren't for competition for Sean Ray,
go back to your roots. It'll come one way or another.
Sean, can you say a percentage of bodybuilders actually can make a living?
Well, when you're talking numbers in terms of bodybuilding,
like who's actually seeing success? Like
I would knock it down to maybe the top 10%.
10%.
Out of 100% of people that are actually bodybuilding doing the business, you got about 10%. If you want to get generous, maybe 15%. Yeah,
I think you're giving that 10% is a big number.
There's a lot of bodybuilders out there.
Competitive bodybuilders.
Competitive, but because they're professional, are we talking professional? Because you don't get paid for being an amateur most of the time.
Just competitive bodybuilders, like who is competing and actually is like making a good living. Like football players, right? Like only a handful make it, they're successful, let's say 10%. But those 10% are millionaires.
True.
Okay, ain't no millionaire bodybuilder, sorry.
No, there's different types of corporate sponsorship. And if we were to set out on our career path to make money, bodybuilding probably wouldn't be our first choice. But again, we are artists at heart. I think all of us, we've gone in there with these insecurities of being fat, being skinny, being overweight, whatever we went in there to do, we're going in there to change the way we look, which will then effectively change the way we feel. And then intellectually, we realize that maybe this time can be converted to money. Some people will make more simply because they're smarter, because they're driven, because money is what drives them. I know Flex Wheeler was telling me, look, I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't making money. Well, some people are just in it to change the way they look. And for that reason, opportunities for some athletes are greater than others. It's not millions, but hell, I got paid to lift weights. I got paid to go to the gym, something I did for years for free just because it was something that I loved doing. Now I started making money. If it was $1,000 or $10,000, it didn't matter to me. I just wanted to train. If you poll all the bodybuilders, why did you get involved? I think you're gonna find a very small percentage that say I got involved to make money.
Let's talk about social media. And you goddamn trolls.
The trolls.
You trolls.
We love the trolls.
You trolls.
You must get a few trolls.
Oh, he gets. I'm sure.
I used to be one of those trolls.
No, you weren't.
What were you doing? Sending spam to Jay
Everyone's
Cutler?
trolled in their life. Like, you have to troll your friends. Troll.
No, that's different.
Yeah, that's like a voyeur. You're looking at it, but are you engaging?
Oh,
going,
no.
Hey, man, your
no, I
stomach's...
don't seek out to go and
like you're not
throw
going
hate
on
and shade on
exact.
people. No, I don't do that.
That's a troll. Like that's what we're talking about. Exactly.
Some people just go.
They just say shit.
Just say anything
like,
for the sake of saying something.
Anyone
like
with a keyboard,
like,
anyone with a keyboard can call you whatever they want.
Keyboard warriors.
But the thing is, I think it's how we react to it, right? My daughter had her own TV show. She was 9 years old with her own show, and trust me, as a parent, to read some of the things.
You didn't let her read anything,
she
right?
didn't need to, but she's handling her stuff now. But when she was coming up, people had their opinions of the show. It's a family show. It's a reality show. So it's not scripted, but it's kind of scripted. And she didn't have control over anything. But everyone has an opinion. And to see what some of the parents were saying about my 9-year-old, it took everything in me not to respond. And not to mention, why would I go share that with my 9-year-old? But we're living in a day and age where anybody is entitled to their opinion. They can say what they want. I've never had to take my opinion back.
They can
but
say
I've also never attacked anyone.
People can say whatever they want, but when it's like personal attacks,
it speaks more to them, who they are.
Really, like before, my stuff really got busy. Someone would write, like if I hit a comment or whatever, I think it was on Facebook back then. So more active on that. If I had time, I'd think up like a smart ass reply and hit it back.
Facebook's easy to do.
Yeah, I used to do that.
The clap back.
Yeah, because I had more time. And then, but today, like you
have so many comments.
Yeah, it's
too many.
Most, I'd say like almost all of them are positive. You always get a few trolls, and then I think one time, I was with a mate, and I was out partying. I think I was kind of drunk, and I looked at this comment, and someone really ripped shreds into me. And I thought, screw this, I'll fucking teach him a lesson. So I went to my Snapchat and I said, go check out my last post, look at this dude, I called him out, look at his comment, and you guys tell me what you think. And then all my fans
came after them.
Fucking ripped him to shreds.
Around.
I didn't have to say anything. And I took it down after 5 minutes, like, this guy's had it, I'm sure he's copped an earful. I think he'd delete his Instagram.
Yeah, that's good. Well, here's another example. I mean, Phil Heath wins his 7th Olympia, but going in, he had this troll, Louis Marco, coming after him about having like a bubble gut or something. So Phil, preoccupied in the moment of glory, tying Arnold Schwarzenegger's record, is seen leaving the building on Instagram talking to this one troll about I proved you wrong.
So, okay, well, hold on.
Listen,
Like,
whatever
what?
it was, I don't know about you, Calum, but if I won my 7th Olympia and I tied Arnold and I got 400,000 in my pocket and I did what I set out to do, the last thing I'm thinking about is one of those
troll.
damn trolls.
Right.
Who cares?
Who
Exactly.
gives a rest? And it wasn't a good look for Phil.
Proves you wrong. So what? Suck it. See
Yeah,
you later.
well, I mean, you know, he could have been
But
energized by that guy.
So what do we do? Do we just let these trolls yap and run their mouths, or should there be censorship?
I think we let them do what they want because at the end of the day, like it's like Facebook, right? If Facebook said that we have to start paying to be on Facebook, or if Instagram said it's like a $10 a month thing, I think the majority of us would probably pay the $10 reluctantly because we've been getting it for free for so long, especially if it's being monetized.
Bad comparison.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, what I'm saying
Because
is that if you start censoring what the critics say,
No, don't censor critics. I'm talking about
but
like.
what I'm saying is, let me finish.
What about when they're? Sorry,
Let me-
I know. I
we
have a
have
tough
to
time letting you
differentiate
finish,
between a critic and a troll, and who's going to be the person
but- And then there's
monitoring
different
that.
levels of trolls.
But
too,
you can
'cause then
report.
they're-
You can report people that are talking abusive, sexual
Thank you.
harassment. You
That's
can do
what
that
I'm
now.
talking
I think if we start trying to censor people, we're going to have a civil liability
I think
situation.
bullies should be censored 1,000% because what are they really contributing?
But you can
to
do that
other
now.
than like violence.
You can report
and
that
just,
to a
like,
moderator. If someone's bullying you, you can take the picture and send it in and report them. But who's going to be the one that says it's bullying, and who's going to be the one that's saying it's harassment? I mean, there's a fine
I
line.
say, look, if you're a bully or you're like if you do that stuff, if you're one of those dudes like whatever, that's on your.
But what's
on
a
your
bully?
plate.
Like, is it a threat?
Yeah,
Like,
like,
you know,
when
look,
they're
I think that's
threatening.
like that's
Racial, political?
yeah, all that stuff. Like people have got opinions, and like people can say whatever the fuck they want. Literally, you can't stop them from saying it. But
Right.
censoring it, I don't really care.
The rules of
if,
censorship
but
are
it's, I think it
so-
comes down to the person.
Like if somebody
Man,
goes on your
people
page and they're
attach-
like, "Oh, we wish you would die."
Yeah, like when
Yeah.
it comes to stuff like that, like
They-
if it's like personal, family,
Ban.
that sort of stuff, like yeah, if someone said that shit about like you know what to my like about my family or something like that, oh, I'd get probably triggered. But at the end of the day, I don't know that person from a bar of soap. They're behind a screen. I'm probably never going to see him. So I don't give a fuck. Like
Right.
that's
You can
whatever.
delete the thread.
Exactly. Delete it, wipe it, whatever.
Like, what's the context of which you would actually report a person? I'm waiting for you outside your house when you get home.
That's a 911 call.
No,
too.
I'll wait for them with a bat too. Fuck yeah. Bring
But
it.
a girl
No.
will probably have a different take.
Yeah, exactly. It comes down to the person. What, like, you know, if like I'm not that sensitive to trolls and those sort of things, but when it comes down to family and stuff, if it's through someone I don't know and they're just like could be some bullshit 12-year-old kid saying whatever the fuck they want, like that's who cares? Yeah, swipe, delete, whatever, move on. It's like I haven't got time for that. I don't know I don't even know how do you censor all that sort of stuff. you
Well,
know?
that's what I was getting
What
with,
do you
with
do?
Tiffany. How do you censor it?
How do you censor it?
Who's censoring it?
Who's
I mean,
censoring
who's
it? Yeah.
responsible for somebody
You know.
anti-bullying? And
think-
your definition of being a bully might
Some
be different
people,
than my
and then,
definition.
like, yeah,
Well, I think it's pretty like across the board. Like if it's a personal attack, it's bullying. Like
Should they be banned by whoever's running
Admin or
Instagram,
something?
Facebook,
the
whatever?
admin
How do you
should
do
be
that?
definitely taking charge. They should be stepping in. They should be like, we do not tolerate this sort of behavior on our site. So see your way out. Delete, like go.
So we have to do a better job of reporting it to the
I think so.
moderators. Of
I think
these.
so. I
yeah,
think
if you say something.
absolutely. So for the first time, I am reporting to you the official results of the Generation Iron Bodybuilding Awards. So let's get right to it. Best female athlete, Angelica Texera.
Ooh, that's a controversial one for me.
I
She's
get
up
it.
against 14-time world champion Oksana Grishina. She's won 4 Ms. Olympia fitness titles. She's won 10 Arnold Classic titles. I gotta go with the veteran in this. Angelica came out of the chute looking very good. I'm not arguing her look,
right.
but the best
But-
female athlete, come on. I
But
mean,
maybe that's
Oksana-
what everyone was looking at.
You can't judge this best female athlete based off of a photograph. I mean,
No,
you have to look at the
but-
body of work, and Oksana has done it year in and year out.
She has
gets
a
it.
bigger resume. Best male athlete, Hadi Chupan.
Hadi Chupan by way of Iran. That's another tough one.
He beat a lot.
I'm not so
big
sure if I'm
names.
going to vote for Hadi's probably the fastest rising star out of this group, but to have Phil Heath, Big Ramy, Breon Ansley, Ahmad Ashkanani, I mean Jeremy Buendia, those guys
No
all
one came
to
close
me,
to these votes.
Sorry?
But that's to show his followers are just massive supporters.
They are. They voted, and I think a lot of this has to determine who's doing the voting too.
That's what this is. It was
I
all
know,
voting.
but I don't.
That's why I was telling you.
Olympias.
That's why I was telling you with Angelica. Yeah, Angelica, girl, you're amazing. But Oksana, she has a very strong resume.
Mm-hmm.
These people that voted most likely don't know that back.
Okay, well, I'm not going to take it away from Hadi, but it wouldn't make my first choice.
Best posing routine.
Ugh.
Dexter Jackson.
Come on.
I forgot I was announcing.
Come
Sorry.
on, man. Wait a minute.
Dexter Jackson
Is the best poser?
I love Dexter, but I love Cedric.
Wow.
I love Cedric.
Listen, we are still talking about posing routines, and with Oksana's name in the mix, I'm going
sorry.
with Oksana all day, every day, twice on Sunday. It's a posing routine. It's a routine. Oksana kills those guys.
Because she's flipping around?
Not because she's flipping around, but because she's got music that's choreographed to the routine, some thought going behind it. She's sucking you in. She's showing you emotion. She's dramatic. And we've got Dexter Jackson winning that by popular vote.
Yeah. Next, most improved bodybuilder. Big Ramy.
I'll agree with that.
Big Ramy.
Big Ramy was a night and day difference from a year ago, and he did challenge Phil. Most improved, no argument.
Up and comer of the year. Rafael Brundao.
A name that many of these people probably don't know, including you. However, we do have some names that we are familiar with. Breon Ansley's on this list. He won the Olympia, took the title away from Danny Hester. Name on that list.
Rafael, but Chris is he
came out of nowhere.
The Robert Timms is on there, but he didn't just come out of anywhere. He's been around for a minute.
So that's not.
Ahmad Ashkenani, he's kind of been around a little bit longer. Yeah. So I don't know who this guy is, Rafael.
Best back. Phil Heath.
And that's how he won his 7th Mr. Olympia. Without Phil's back, we may not be talking about him as Mr. Olympia. So kudos to him. And we know who's in the race. I don't know how we got Rolly Winkler's back on that list. But we had Big Ramy, we had Flex Lewis, we had Arash Rabar. But, I mean, Phil Heath and a runaway.
Best legs. Big Ramy.
There's only 2 names on this list. It would be Big Ramy and Hadi that I'd be talking about. And Big Ramy has the biggest legs in the industry.
Best chest. Big Ramy.
Big Ramy wins again. He's not going to be known in history for his chest development. On this list, I would go with William Bonac. William Bonac was 3rd in the Mr. Olympia. If you haven't seen William Bonac's chest, go back and look at his side chest pose and compare it to all of these other guys. And William Bonac, man, he's right in the mix.
Best arms. Hadi.
I don't know how that happened. You want to know who else is on the list?
Who?
Rolly Winkler. I mean, are you kidding me? The size of his arms? Rolly Winkler's arms are like 22 inches. By comparison, pound per pound, I'm going with Rolly Winkler.
Okay. Most shredded bodybuilder. Jeremy Buendia.
Buendia. And
how?
You have to mention the guys he's up against. Breon
Yeah,
Ansley,
exactly.
William
So
Bonac.
he is up against bodybuilders and classic physique guys. How is a physique guy more shredded?
Well, I've seen some pretty ripped up physique guys.
Not compared to Breon. You kidding me?
Well, Breon gets up there, but
Peeled. And
the most
Dexter,
ripped is Lucas
like everybody
Oswald.
else but
Yeah,
him.
I
I just can't imagine a physique guy being more ripped than
I can. The bodybuilders, a lot of them are watery and bloated. And some of these physique guys are ridiculous. You better take another look, girl. It's coming up. All right. Personality of the year. Calum Von Moger is on this list.
He was, but he didn't win. It was...
Rich Piana's on this list. Hold on a second. The late Rich Piana, Steve Cook, Dana Lynn Bailey, Felipe Franco, whoever that is, Buff Dudes. I'm not sure who that is. Sergey Constant and Kai Green. And the winner is?
Kai Green.
Kai Green's got some personality when he wants to
Yes,
show
he
it.
does. He does.
He's
On
out there.
social media, he has quite the personality,
Yeah.
and that's why he won Personality of the Year.
What about you, Calum? I mean, you're on this list.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Would you?
Yeah, I reckon Kai's
You're koala freaks. They were sleeping.
I would have recognized you as a newcomer, like a new guy coming out of nowhere. I would have had you like the up and comer of the year, like the guy that just kind of broke out.
popped out.
I mean, Generation Iron, you got the bigger movie, you got the social media.
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing big things, man.
You definitely should have been the up and comer.
The best guru. Do you know what a guru is?
Yeah, it's someone who knows their shit.
Okay, someone that knows their shit.
Does everybody know
Rambod,
Does everyone know
Charles
their shit on here?
Glass. Well, hold on. Hani Rambod. Not everyone knows their shit on this list, but I'm going to read their names anyway. Hani Rambod, Charles Glass, Chris Aceto, Chris Cormier, Ahmad Askar, and Abdullah Alatabadri.
Hani Rambod.
Hani
Congrats.
Rambod knows his shit on the basis of his history. He worked with Ronnie Coleman when Ronnie Coleman was winning the Olympia. He also worked with Jay Cutler throughout Jay Cutler's Olympia runs. He also worked with and remains with Phil Heath, who's got 7 Olympia titles, as well as Jeremy Bundia, who's got 4. So if he doesn't know his shit, he's got a very impressive resume, and he's the trainer of The Rock.
Thanks for watching The Breakdown. Make sure to tune in next week on GenerationIron.com.